Design is a way of life. It's a way of approaching any problem, any issue that confronts you. It's a way of stepping back and saying, okay, what's the real issue here? Let me go and watch and try to understand and think. And let's approach it so we solve the real underlying issue, and wow, maybe that can change things fantastically, dramatically for everybody.
Design is empowering. You can really take into consideration how the community, how our civic environment utilizes things and therefore shapes how they should be designed, instead of plopping them into place and hoping that they're relevant.
Design is a mindful process where you use a human-centered approach to find unmet needs and skillfully craft the solution to these problems.
It's the visibility of the way we see it. The way we see it is the way that people are living, and then how do we adapt our products, our services, our mindsets to accommodate those needs. That's all it is.
Well, there's an old saying that goes, one's grandfather becomes a soldier so that his son can become a businessman or a merchant, so that his son can become an artist. Well, I didn't have the patience to wait for my kids to be the artists, so I became the businessman and the artist at one time, which is what design is.
I started off as an engineer. I have a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering, and then I got a master's. And then by happenstance, I ended up as a psychologist, getting a PhD in what was then called mathematical psychology, trying to use basically engineering principles to understand how the brain worked. And I realized then that my background in engineering and my background in psychology was perfect to try to make technology that people could actually use. And that's how I got into design. Design is not what you probably think it is. Design is not making things pretty. Design is solving the right problem. What are the real needs of people? Let's solve the underlying needs of people, and then let's be creative about doing that. I retired and went back to Palo Alto, where I was living, when the Chancellor of San Diego came to my home in Palo Alto and brought me back to San Diego to start a design group. Well, when I came back to San Diego, I couldn't find any designers. So how could I have a major design group without a design community? Now, it turns out there's a huge design community in San Diego, but nobody knows about them. And I've been slowly discovering them and trying to help bring them together. I'm not the first person to ever try to do this. It seems people do this over and over and over again. So I vowed that this time it's got to stick. Design is about creativity. And there's a huge number, 2,000 or more, creative designers in the San Diego region, and nobody knows about them. And so the whole point of this event is to bring these creative designers together with industry, which could really need them, and government and the Port Authority and the Economic Development Corporation, and say, we can change this community.
I don't think we have understood the common thread that connects so much of our innovation economy is truly empowered through design until very, very recently.
And the potential of innovations is really when you mix the competencies among disciplines in design and with the rest of the business, the social side, and so on and so forth. This is the magic of design.
You know what excites me most about San Diego is the way that people have come together. We've tried to collect everyone, and we did that. We had a one-day session where we brought together people from the mayor's office, from the economic development community, from major industry in San Diego, from the Port Authority of San Diego, from designers from all over the world.
This event is the start of this journey. It's how we can make design visible in San Diego, how we can connect and bring us all together to make our city into a true innovation design city.
The best companies in the world are using design thinking and human-centered design. Those companies that made one of their core values design outperformed the other companies 228%. That's a bit of a wake-up call that can make a difference in your strategies and your companies.
Because design actually is one of those terms that means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. The broadest level context for me is this notion of innovation and using design as a methodology to bring creativity and scale that creativity amongst individuals and across organizations.
What I see now is incredible. I saw a city that's now going through incredible changes. And that community is no longer small, it's actually getting wider, and it's getting wider by the day.
Design plays a huge role in making sure that the future of San Diego is as inclusive, and as collaborative, and as reflective authentically of all the cultures that are here.
It doesn't do any good to bring the design community together to talk to one another. We have to have clients, so it has to talk to industry. And that isn't enough. We need the government, the city government, to recognize it.
I am so proud of what we are doing as a region in San Diego. I think it's important for us as a city government to help lead the way.
Having the UCSD Design Lab in San Diego is a game changer. They have fulfilled a leadership role that I don't think any of us knew could happen, or even what we were missing.
The way that they're integrating into how the city is functioning, helping people to understand the value of design and design thinking, and those are very important elements.
There's a unique element to San Diego's economy that we have to talk about more. I think design is what could define San Diego's economy now, and even more importantly, could continue to define it and differentiate it in the future.
I would like for all of us to perpetuate an amazing life and quality of life in San Diego, because San Diego is a great place to live. We have our own unique identity, and we need to keep that identity, and we need to keep great talent coming into San Diego, not leaving.
We need to continue to use design thinking to really help drive our economy.
This is a movement. This is not something in which it's momentary. It is a movement that we're all becoming a part of. And we're trying to create these tools where we can come together, we can understand how to connect the dots, how to pull these things together, all of us together as a community, so we can push San Diego forward. Well, we've done that. We've started out. We've pulled together a steering committee to create the Design Forward Alliance. And we need to put San Diego on the map for design in and around the globe.
The world is filled with great problem solvers. Few of them ever step back and say, was that the right problem that I solved? Is design thinking teaching people to think outside the box? No. It's teaching people that there is no box.